I'm Rich Fulmer, and this is your Ratt Report. Here on location once again in the FWC wrestling ring. Freaking love this place. This is your in-ring report. We're covering Lucha Underground for 5/27/2015. Just like last week, we had another impressive, very impressive match. It's darkening. The clouds are coming. Very ominous skies to the west, and we're about to get rained on. It's going to be a hell of a storm tonight. It's going to have a fire tonight, but I don't think it's going to happen. It's a shame. The heavens will open up, and we will have thunder and lightning. Hopefully, it's a violent one because I love my violent storms. Anyway. I've got to make this a quick one. I'm sorry. Lucha Underground has been every week it gets better and better and better. This time we open up with Lotus arriving and being greeted by Chavo Guerrero. Chavo Guerrero's vowed to keep his eye on it. Let's see what happens next. I can't wait to see what happens. There's a mutual respect and mutual reasons why they're actually joining an alliance. Let's see what happens next. This Dragon guy, they really didn't go into detail on who he is. If by chance you know who he is, who this guy is in the mask that Lotus has been training with, I don't want to know who's behind the cage. But behind the cage is obviously somebody of interest. And I'm interested in finding out who it is, but I don't know who it. I don't want to know. Who is the one in the blue mask that's been training with Lotus? Put the comments down below. Follow me on the Ratt Report. Like my page and tell me who it's going to be, who it is. I don't want to know who's in the cage. I'll delete the comment and forget about even seeing it. So let's get on with the show. Aerostar versus Johnny Mundo was an impressive match by Aerostar. Unfortunately, he came up short. Mundo got the pinfall. I like Johnny Mundo with his new aggressive behavior. He seems to be more. He's definitely more aggressive. He isn't the. He didn't use so much of the parkour stuff that he normally uses. Let's see what happens in the near future. We know that him and El Patron have unfinished business to take care of. It's been brewing for a few years. Let's face it. WWE, these two have met from there and now into Lucha. And here we go. Here it is. So let's see what happens next. Aerostar was a kind of a squash match, unfortunately. But it was a good match nonetheless. Aerostar is always impressive. You see, he won he lost against Drago, who went on to face Prince Puma, and then he lost against Prince Puma, and now we don't see any more of Drago anymore because you lose the match, you leave Underground. He's been in AAA. For those of you who don't know, he's been in AAA in the Trios tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing him elsewhere, all over the world in the near future. Vampiro sits down with Sexy Star, and I'm going to show you this interview. What's next for Sexy Star? Next week, she says it right here in this interview, next week she will take on... You hear that? That's thunder. That right there? There's tigers in them. There's tigers in them. Yep, them tigers. You watch. Tigers are coming. Did you ever watch the YouTube video? The redneck. Look it up. Redneck storm watch. Look it up. Redneck storm watching. And you'll see what I'm talking about. Yep, you watch. Yep, them tigers up in there. Tigers are coming. I seen it. I seen the movie Twister. Something like that. You'll get it. We'll get the idea. But I'm going to show you this video. Forget I even did that. We're going to show you this video in its entirety. It's this interview in its entirety. It's a sit down. Vampiro sits down with Sexy Star. Next week, we're going to see Sexy Star versus Pentagon Jr. I'm looking forward to it. Watch the interview.
Hey everybody, this is Vampiro and we're super geeks, so I'm just gonna jump into this real quick. We got Sexy Star with us. Every time that I see you lately, I see Pentagon Jr. After your trios match, he went out and tried to break Superfly's arm, but you stopped him. Do you want to explain that to everybody?
Going to break the arm. Sexy makes the save.
Pentagon Jr. es muy abusivo. No me importa quién sea, yo no le tengo miedo y me asumo las consecuencias.
But aren't you afraid of what Pentagon can do to you?
O sea, a ver, vampiro, si yo fuera hombre, ¿me preguntarías lo mismo?
I'm worried about that this guy's a psychopath and he's crazy. And he's running around trying to snap people's arms.
Go, let it go! Go! The people want it! Oh!
Tell me about Superfly. Has the mask match affected your friendship?
No sé nada de él. Desde esa lucha no sé nada de él. Él se está recuperando. Está en recuperación.
Yeah, he's getting better of the arm that you let Pentagon break.
Yo no dejé que sucediera nada. Además, desde ese día no dejo de pensar en lo mismo. O sea, Superfly es mi amigo y para mí fue difícil no poder hacer nada para ayudarlo.
Pentagon Jr., you two finally duke it out. What happens?
Yo gané.
And how did you feel?
No tengo palabras para describir ese sentimiento. Lo revivo en mi cabeza y es volver a sentir esa satisfacción, pero lo importante es que si yo logro que una mujer o una joven logre enfrentarse a alguien y gritar no tengo miedo, hasta ese momento lograré mi objetivo.
Well, Sexy, the job's not done yet because Dario Cueto has given permission for a rematch between Pentagon Jr. and yourself in a submission-style match. How are you feeling? How are you going to prepare yourself physically and mentally for something that's geared specifically to be in the advantage of Pentagon Jr.?
Él jamás ha visto las llaves de sumisión que yo sé hacer. Entonces, prometo que la próxima semana, pase lo que pase, esto entre él y yo se termina.
Sexy, you are a hero to so many people, and this woman has changed the face of females in professional wrestling. I'm telling you, you're a pioneer and you're an idol for multitudes of people worldwide. Thank you so much.
Gracias a ti. Gracias.
Lucha Underground Championship, Hernandez versus Prince Puma. I've been waiting for this one for a long time now, for a few weeks, and I wanted to see. I could have been happy either way. Either way it turns out. Prince Puma walks away champion. I would have been happy to see Hernandez walk away with that title. I think he needs another round of it. Prince Puma has kind of had a bit of a change of heart since this whole thing's been going on. Prince Puma, with his this change, he used the chair again on Hernandez. I'm not surprised because I think he's being. I think that Hernandez is kind of changing him. Maybe he's bringing out the more aggressive side of Prince Puma. We all know that Ricochet is an awesome talent in the ring, and we see it every week with Prince Puma, and we see it all over the indie scene. I'd like to see Hernandez go for another title shot, and maybe Conan not be there. Maybe it'll be a world title match inside of a steel cage. That would be something that I would pay to see it. I would love to be in Boyle Heights, sitting front row to watch that match inside of a steel cage. There's nothing said it's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what I would like to see. Let's move on to the main event. I'm going to show you this in its entirety. It's a death match. Phoenix versus the returning Miro Mortez. We remember last time we see Miro Mortez, he was being closed into a casket. Katrina was there. She helped out Phoenix. And then she disappeared for a while. You seen her in a funeral procession, leading the funeral procession, and then you don't see her anymore. Several weeks had went by, you didn't see her anymore. And all of a sudden she appears last week and says he will return, Mil Muertes will return, and then tonight we see the main event is a death match. Here it is in its entirety. I'm not going to say anything else about it. I just want you guys to watch this. This was an awesome, awesome match. Here it is. Mil Muertes versus Phoenix. Both men are in the ring right now. Death match. Enjoy.
It's Katrina with the Earth Stone. Hang on a second. Phoenix just bounced off of Mil Muertes. Even Phoenix doesn't know what to make of it.
He just hit a brick wall.
Ooh. Phoenix back in the ring. Perhaps she's going to try another aerial assault on Mil. This match was promoted by our owner, Dario Cueto, as a death match. The only rule is that pinfall or submission must occur in the ring. Many fans talked about the brutality of grave consequences, and now Mil Muertes seems to be picking up right where he left off. Let's not forget the personal animosity. Phoenix, Katrina, there's so many underlying things here that fuel Mil's rage.
He is stomping the living Jesus out of him. He is on a mission to destroy this kid. But Katrina looks a little bit more like dangerous with these three dudes here, man. It's like very gothic feeling right now, man. I'm kind of like, don't know what to do here.
The last time we laid eyes on Katrina, she was leading the procession with Mil Muertes enclosed in the casket, and now Katrina back with Mil. It begs the question as to what role Katrina truly plays in this man's career.
I told you she was playing him the whole time.
The slow, cryptic pace of Mil Muertes. Phoenix needs to speed things up.
He just got power slammed right through the temple floor. And Matt, what the hell is this? I mean, I'm feeling it. I dig it. I get the gothic thing. But what are they doing here in front of us? They're just kind of skulking around.
With the way that these three men are moving, it's very slow and has an intent to it. But back to the action in the ring right now. Mil Muertes is just manhandling Phoenix. Phoenix hasn't been able to get out of the gate.
Well, the Katrina is manhandling these three guys. They're in some kind of trance, it looks like, with that stone.
Muertes follows Phoenix in. Now Phoenix using his speed, trying to get some sort of advantage now. The kicks to the back.
Wow.
Not enough. Mil too strong here, man.
Man, Mil has just come back.
Oh my God. Nicely done.
What are you looking at me for? That scared the shit out of me. That's a darker, scarier Mil.
As the faces of death look over Katrina's shoulder, Mil Muertes.
Brother, he just tore a tree out of the ground and replanted it. Phoenix has got to be like, what is this guy?
Phoenix may have been playing possum there. This is the first opportunity for Phoenix now. Let's see how the Bird of War can capitalize.
These guys look like they're kind of like...
Just so much distance here.
They're like almost disciples of Katrina.
And the irony is that during grave consequences, where Mil is laying right now is where the coffin sat. This has to mean something to Mil Muertes. The last time Mil was on that floor in this temple, he was being carried away.
But the last time he was in that position, he didn't have the troops that he has now.
Whoa!
Oh, the cameras are about. Whoa!
You welcome us into your living room every night, so let's get a little more comfy. Mil Muertes seemingly rising from the ashes, which is normally Phoenix's MO.
Ooh, wow. He just got baseball batted.
But Vamp, again, if there were a power meter above Mil Muertes, if this were a video game, it would still be green. Mil, every time he takes even the smallest amount of punishment, comes back just like that.
No doubt about it. It's almost like he's taking that power, that special life force that Phoenix has and absorbed it and turned it into a body.
No disqualifications, no countouts, anything goes, and that plays right into into Mil Muertes' morbid, wicked wheelhouse.
Wow. He's gonna...
Van, is there something about the route that Katrina is taking these disciples, it seems? They're constantly going around the ring, almost creating a circle of energy, if you will. The rusty cage now becomes a weapon.
Oh! They are turning this up. This is turning into part two. This is even getting brutaler than before. And to capitalize on what you said, they are going counterclockwise. I don't know if you picked that up. Something is going on with the way they're walking, but Phoenix is going to the top, Matt. Crazy. I say it every week, Matt. This is what I love about the Temple. The fans are on their feet, and they know what's up.
Well, with the no disqualification, no count-out rule in place, hang on, cover here. It's up to the referee's discretion on whether he deems a luchador to be incapacitated. And from what we understand, Dario Cueto has demanded that the referees be very liberal in how they interpret the rule. Again, this lucha is being promoted as a death match. And Cueto may be getting just that, because these two warriors are beating the life out of one another tonight. Mil Muertes goes to the top rope, taking a high risk.
Matt, this is looking to be more brutal, more dangerous than the last time these guys met. This is something that they're digging deeper into the darkness, and they're pulling out things that we have not seen yet. No, 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 no.
No one is safe here. Hang on here. To the top of the pyramid.
Man, what's he doing? I gotta watch this myself, man.
Realizes that he has to do something special to send a message to Phoenix, to send a message to the entire Lucha Libre world, and that seems to be what Muertes is fixing to do, but Phoenix still's got some fight in him.
Oh, no! Matt, he's gonna throw him off the perch. Matt, watch out!
They are high atop the temple here. Muertes looks like he's going for a power bomb.
Mil Muertes just took Phoenix all the way to hell.
I'm not sure if this match is going to continue. I mean, that's got to be at least 15 feet up there. This is highly unusual. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a break. Look, just stay tuned.
Crazy!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lucha Underground. Moments ago, Phoenix was thrown through the perch directly above our announced position. Muertes looks like he's going for a power bomb. Holy shit!
I've never seen anything like this before.
Wow. Now it seems like Mil's disciples, these disciples of death, are going to take matters into their own cold hands. I can only imagine, after that fall Phoenix has suffered, at the very least, broken ribs. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Phoenix is barely moving. These disciples are feeding the lifeless Phoenix to the man of 1,000 deaths.
Taking the lamb to the sacrifice here.
And with the few blips of life left on Phoenix's radar, Mil Muertes is about to pull the plug.
God.
Here's your winner,
And the smirk on Katrina's face says it all. Mil Muertes is back, and the entire roster better take notice.
Look at Mil's eyes. A bigger statement couldn't have been made. Darkness has set in on the temple. Matt, there is no question where her loyalties lay now, but she is also in control of something new, something dark, and something sinister.
Do you have anything to say for yourself? Any excuses you want to run by me? You're leaving me on a choice, boys. El Jefe will not be embarrassed. And the three of you together are an embarrassment. Somebody has to pay for this. Choose. Against the bars. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, sir.